come along with me on a quick sibling trip to Duluth, Minnesota. So the morning of, I had to do my usual things, taking my dog out. You know the drill. She's chasing a squirrel up a tree. I also had to write a quick birthday card for my grandma. Hydrate, of course. I actually had to work this morning, so that's what I was doing before I got all packed up and ready to go. That's what I brought with me right there, drinking some coffee, trying to chug a lug a little bit before I get headed out on the road. Here's me drinking an energy drink for the same ends. Here is the car before I got it all loaded up. Then it looks like mostly we have bedding, which we do have a lot of bedding, but there's also some snacks hiding in there, as you'll see. We had this huge box of snacks that we ate on the road trip and also while we were in Duluth, just as like our snacks of the day. My parents went a little crazy getting stuff for me and my siblings, so that was fun. That's my parents' cat, or just saying bye to him. And now we're on the road. First snack is these cheese curls that I got from Aldi, and we're off, y'all. The first gas station we stopped at had like 5 fireworks stands around it, which was kind of funny, but it was a Love's, which I do love a Love's. There's always some good stuff in there, including some questionable things. There was a Goodwill in the town that we stopped for the night, so we checked that out. Found some cool things. We actually ended up getting my mom this cup, which I don't think is featured, and then I accidentally broke it. We being my youngest sibling and me, went to a little Mexican restaurant that was right in the same parking lot as our hotel. Got started off with some queso, of course, and a little Mezcal Mule. I like tequila, but it gives me really bad heartburn. Carne asada for the main, and then we got this churros situation for dessert. It was amazing. More food. We've got our breakfast in the hotel the next day. I had a waffle, and then I also made a waffle to bring to my sibling who would rather stay in bed always. So like the amazing big sister I am, I brought them a waffle and sausage and some syrup on the side so they could enjoy that. Finished up a little birthday card for my sibling who were visiting in Minnesota because their birthday's coming up and we wanted to give them their present in person. This was one of the rest stops that we stopped at. It was just a nice little area. And we've arrived! Which unfortunately means that we did have to unpack the situation. But we did, and then we enjoyed the afternoon, including some crazy seagulls that were attacking a piece of pizza that you can see featured there. They showed up out of nowhere. Got to hang out this week with my sibling's cat, Georgia, who is precious beyond belief. The first place we went to have a little dinner was King of Creams, which is just a hilarious name, but they had delicious burgers, ice cream, cheese curds, fries, the whole dealio. It was very, very delicious. And then we went and walked around by the water. Duluth is right on the tip of Lake Superior, so there's a lot of really great nature, including this like rose garden situation that was right on the edge of the water, where then we ended up down there. My siblings both were looking for rocks to take home, whereas I was just really enjoying the time and the nature and the breeze, especially because it was just such better weather than where I was coming from. We got some ice cream at this place called Love's. I got a salted caramel situation with this like buttermilk sweet cream that they have, which is so good. Or I think it was just buttermilk vanilla. I don't know. It tasted like cake. It was delicious. We watched so many movies, the first one being this hilarious sequel to the movie Chicken Run called Dawn of the Nuggets. We also played a redonkulous amount of Bananagrams. You're going to see this featured multiple times, including my youngest sibling's hilarious spelling of all the things. Me and Lou then went to go get coffee at this super, super cute little place where I got a delicious caramel latte that was not too sweet, which is one of my favorite things. And this place was super cute. It had like tons of maximalist decor, definitely lots of like customer art, which was really cool. They also had this place where you could like use their art supplies while you were there. Like, look at all those paints. So cool. Here's me with my latte that I loved. This was kind of our shopping day. So we did head to Savers, which is a thrift shop in Minnesota. We don't have those here, but I think that they are in different places. Saw lots of fun and funky things. We all ended up getting a few things here. I tried not to get too much. Saw a lot of, somewhat typical thrift store goodies. We also went to Aldi and did all of our grocery shopping for the whole week. We only went out to eat a couple of times and made all of our other meals and like breakfast and stuff at home, which was a lovely way to save a little bit of money. We went back home and played this card game that Lou like kind of knew how to play, knew what the rules were. We played one round of that and then went to go chill outside a little bit more before making dinner. That night I made pesto, like a creamy Alfredo pesto, chicken, and broccoli. with some cheesy bread on the side, of course. We also filmed a podcast episode while I was there. It's a bonus episode talking about Taylor Swift and Gilmore Girls character. There's Lou singing some Taylor Swift for us, which was really lovely. And Georgie, loving the sweet sounds of their owner's voice. She's just so cute. I can't stand it. My 2 siblings are a bit more artistic than me, and they did some drawing this evening. The next day, me and Lou went to a different coffee shop to have a little podcast meeting, which was super fun. And then we headed out to find some more nature. We were going to this creek trail situation that my sibling knew a little bit about, and it was so fun. We ended up putting our feet in the water, walking around a little bit. We didn't look for rocks here, but we did enjoy ourselves. Our mom also tasked us with the mission of each getting a new pair of shoes. Me and Lou ended up with matching little boots that I know are going to be great for the fall/winter. And then we went out to eat at OMC, which means Oink Moo Cluck, or that's what it stands for. And I'm not kidding when I say this was some of the best barbecue I've ever had in my life. We did it as a little bit of a celebration for Lou's birthday. Like I said, we were kind of here to celebrate that just a little bit early in the month. Got this amazing brownie for dessert with some of the most delicious caramel sauce I've ever had. We also hit Duluth Cider Co. and shared a little flight of ciders that were so good. In particular, there was a fruity pebble one or something. It was super sweet, but super delicious. Also, that was Lou showing the cut on their hand from when they fell at the creek earlier. It wouldn't be a me and Lou trip if we didn't do some tarot at some point, so our last full day there, we did readings each. This is my reading. Feel free to tell me your thoughts if you know what those mean. I thought it was a pretty interesting one. For our last night there, I made Indian food, and then we watched the Bee Movie. We also at some point watched Megamind, but I apparently didn't get that on video. This is us loading up the car the night before and then playing some more Bananagrams, so we would be prepared to leave bright and early in the morning, which we did because we had a 9-hour car ride ahead of us. The Red Bulls were buy 2, get 1 free, so of course I got 3 of those, 2 interesting flavors, and then just a normal one because that's actually my favorite. Those were all our goodies at the gas station, and then we had some canes for lunch, and then eventually I was home, and I got to see my girl, and she was so excited and so happy for me to be home, and so was I, even though it was a great trip.